ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Síbi tí ẹ lágbálẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàìníyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀rọ̀ bá òbí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pẹ́ kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe lọ́la òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tí ẹ lágbálẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rí inú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù o, kò já àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Ara lámọ̀ á ò mọ́nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Pásítọ̀ fura, pásítọ̀ ti jẹ́ sí iná. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tí ẹ lágbálẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tí ẹ lágbálẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tí ẹ lágbálẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti ti tó ọ̀la yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlà síbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹ lọ́lọ́dọ̀ ògiri àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wọ́n ti fi gbogbo ìbàjọ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀.
Yes, so good evening, my people. How you doing? It's a pleasure to welcome you to another special edition of the Jagba Jantis Show. I'm your regular host, Akin, and this is a platform where we talk nonsense. Mo kí yín, ẹ kú kalẹ̀ gbogbo ibi tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi o. Bóyá àárọ̀ lẹ́yìn wà, ọ̀sán tàbí alẹ́. Mo kí yín o. Thank you for joining me this evening. My people from Nigeria, people from America, people from the UK, and from every other part of the world where you're listening to me from. Thank you for joining me again this evening. I know I have few people who have been, keeping the comment section active. Yes, I'll be going through your names shortly. If you are on the show tonight, please help me share this on your platforms. Help me invite somebody. And let that somebody invite another somebody so that somebody can also bring another somebody. Lórí ètò ń bí àwa ò kí ń gba ọrẹ àti ìdá mẹ́wàá. The only thing tá a béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín òun ni pé kẹ́ bá wa fi ètò yẹn ránṣẹ́ sí àwọn ẹlòmíì. Help us advertise this show. Just mention it to somebody. You can just share it on your wall. Somebody will see it. You can share it in your stories. It will alert somebody, and you can actually tag somebody to join us on the show. I'm very, very sure that they won't regret connecting, and they will pick up one thing or the other that would be beneficial to them. Ẹ jẹ́ n kí àwọn tèmi tó ti wọlé sórí ètò. Ẹ̀bùn, mo kí ọmọ ìyá mi. How you doing? Trust your day has been well. I missed your call earlier. I was busy, but I'm sorry later. Yeah, my brother is back on the show. Oluwaseun Michael Adeyeun, my namesake. How you doing, brother? Good to have you back on the show. Otojo meta. I hope we will have a wonderful time this evening. Yay! Ìyá mi tó sure. Ọlárẹ̀wájú Fatoba Ṣẹ́wàpá. Thank you for connecting on the show. Ìmá tí ń rí ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà báyìí, ẹ̀mí mi máa ń dè ní pé kò ní séwu. Thank you for connecting with me on the show as well tonight. Yeah, I see you too, my darling sister Bola Edemati. Thank you for connecting as well. Ṣẹ́wàpá. Right. Bí ẹ bá tún ṣe ń wọlé tí àwọn ẹ̀mí ń call attention mi sí, I will be giving you shout out. And for those who are silent listeners who would prefer not to even drop wọ́n ti ẹni ṣe mistake tẹ full stop. I greet you too. It's great to have a group of you like that. Tó jẹ́ wípé ẹ kàn fẹ́ mi bá mi rìnrìn àjò ni. Great to have you as well. Yeah, my sister Emil Zeng. Bá ti rókọ ẹ̀ máa bá ẹ̀ pín Ọlọ́run àwọn èèyàn rèé. Yẹ wá pa o. Ẹ kálẹ́ dédé wulé o. Èmi rò pé chinchon lè máa sọ ni. Àwọn mysterious people nìyẹn. Thank you for connecting. Yes, my brother Kimbowale Aziz. Thank you also for connecting. It's lovely to have you on the show. Kíní ìgbẹ́ díẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí n wẹ̀ tiẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ n wẹ̀ tiẹ̀. Ìgbẹ́ díẹ̀. Ó ń dáná. Ẹ jẹ́ n ṣa ilé sí. Yay. Ó ti ń sẹ́sì bẹ́ẹ̀. Yeah, my brother, Mr. Banks. Yeah, great to have you on the show. Thanks for freeing up this weekend. Màmá mo ti ṣá sí, mo ti wá músíkì sí. Ó ti gbẹ́jù fẹ́mi gan. Ṣé láyà mi ń ṣe kìkìkìkìkì níbi tí mo dá wà yìí. But now I have a company. Yeah. Right. The turnout is very impressive tonight. I'm really, really impressed. Mo home pé báyìí ló ṣe máa rí lọ. Right. What do I have for us tonight? If we look around, I mean, there's hardly anywhere you turn and you find people smiling. It's just one damn problem after the other. People are hurt. People are hungry. People are sad. I mean, there's just a level of discomfort going on with people around. And not many people know how to handle this. And as a result of their ignorance, they suffer needlessly. Because what you don't know, you don't know how to handle it. So I thought, you know what? It's worth discussing. Maybe somebody would hear something tonight that would set them free, that would liberate them, that will help them to, look on the brighter side of life, or that will halt their suffering. Like I always mention, I'm not here to teach you how to lead your life. I'm not here to change you. I don't even have power to do that. But I can inspire something in you. I can shed light on blind spots around you. I can unsettle your mind and get you to start thinking differently. And that's all I hope to achieve. Also, I say repeatedly, I'm not an expert, I'm not a genius. I'm just a learner, a student of life. I'm a realist. I'm somebody that has gone through a little bit of rough times, and I have body full of scars. Each scar reminding me of of a valuable lesson that I hope I can share for other people to benefit from. So anything I share on this platform, it's not all that can be said about the topic we're treating. It's just a part of it. And the information I give to you is what I'm responsible for. How you apply it and what you do with it is entirely up to you. Things I share on these platforms are, from my personal experience, my personal meditation, and research. So I don't come on this platform to say things that will make you happy. I'm just here to share the truth that I know. It can sometimes be uncomfortable. It can sometimes hurt. But that's it. And most of the time, my focus is to share with you principles that works. I'm not here to gas you up. I'm not here to sell you false hopes. I'm here to share with you or to sell to you a cure that has worked for me. In tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún mi mo wá fi lọ̀ yín. Mi ò ń ṣe àwọn influencer tó ń polówó ọjà tí àwọn gan ò kí ń lò fún yín. So ìmọ̀ ju ẹnikẹ́ni lọ o. And wherever knowledge catches up with you, just don't be arrogant. Be open-minded, be ready to receive it, unlearn, and then learn the new thing and move on. Báyé ṣe wà nìyẹn. You can't afford to be stagnant. You can't afford to live life with closed mind. You must always be open to receive. So I'm here to share principles that works. The application will definitely be different based on our different circumstances. So bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe lò kọ́ ni wọ́n ṣe máa lò, because in tó ń bá yí ó fi díẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí tèmi. Circumstances around you are quite different from mine. The support system I have might be different from yours. We have variables that will make the application different, but principles work. The principle is the same. Bá a ṣe máa lò yàtọ̀. So tonight I want us to discuss a topic I called pain. Wọ́n ní àìsàn tó ń ṣe abọ́yadé gbogbo ọlọ́ya ló ń ṣe. This word is not alien to any one of us on this show. It's not strange. In fact, it's becoming a part or a daily part of some people's life. I won't be ashamed to use my life as examples where necessary, because I'm not a fake human being. I'm a realist. And so there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to hide from. We all have one pain or the other that we're dealing with, myself inclusive. Some of us still about to shoot by I'm on let to shoot, man. Not that we're scared of external attacks or anything like that, but there are pain we have to endure till the following morning. It is what it is. But we come out and smile, we come out and make other people smile, sort out other people's issue, and we move on as if nothing is happening. But then we have things that we are managing, but we are handling it well, that it doesn't affect the way we live our lives, and it doesn't just reflect in our personality. So let's start. Timba make sense, just ẹ ṣáà máa tẹ love button yẹn, má jẹ́ kọ́wọ́ yín kúrò ńbẹ̀ rárá. Gbowó ẹ ṣáà mọ̀, ọ̀fẹ́ ni, kò dẹ̀ lè tán. Ẹ máa smash ẹ. And if you don't agree with anything, the comment section is open. Drop your own views. Tell me about some control like má ṣe pé ṣe pé mi. Be civil in your contribution. We're here to discuss, you know. So use the comment section. At some point, I will put out the link for people to join me in the studio. If you have, things to say, we can rub minds, because I think I'm getting to a point where I don't want to just be the only one talking. I want to hear from other people as well. I don't just want to come here no. Mo fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan mi. I want this platform to be as raw, as real as possible. I know we'll get there, because it takes time for people to be relaxed, to be bold, to be able to, say certain things publicly, So it'll take time, and I understand that. So, but I'm a debe. Ẹ máa wò ó ti ẹ hàn pé wọ́n ní tí ilé kan bá ń tòrò, ọmọ àlebẹ̀ ni ò tí ì máa ṣọ́. Ẹ rí táwọn ọmọ àlebí bá máa ṣọ́ tán. Ẹ máa mọ̀ pé but for now everything is still there. Right. So let's start. What is pain? To me, pain is a word that is used to group together a class of combined, sensing or feeling of discomfort or distress. So, Oshishi types of pain lower. So it's a word that houses different types of pains. What is different is the unique experience of each sufferer of this pain. The way I react to the pain is different from the way you react to the pain. So the personal experience is what is unique. When we begin to, break down these different types of pain. But majorly, there are two types. And they are the physical pain and the emotional pain. So the physical pain is, the type of pain that you or the type of pain you feel in certain part of your body. So you can actually point to where the pain is. It could be your leg, it could be your hand, it could be your head. So it can be identified. You can actually point or touch, or sometimes, when you run your hands through it, or when something hit it by accident, that pain that is just mild becomes very intense. So that is one type of pain, the physical one. And this could come as a result of maybe injuries, accident, or maybe some underlying medical conditions. So that type of pain is quite easy to deal with. And when I say easy, I'm not, you know, I'm not taking what people go through. I'm not taking it lightly. I'm not trying to make light of that the experience that people encounter from it. But I'm just saying it's easy to deal with because you can get prescriptions to help you overcome the pain. There are physical things you could do to help you overcome the pain. It might not be immediate, but there are things you can do that will give you immediate relief or temporary relief. So that is the physical pain. And when you have physical pain, you experience some form of discomfort. You're not yourself. You're in distress. You can't act the way you would normally act. So the other one is the emotional pain. This pain is sometimes called the psychogenic pain, and it's related to your psychology, your mental state. So the emotional pain, it can be seen, and this is why it's tougher to deal with. It's sometimes even difficult to explain. Words will fail you sometimes when you want to express what you're going through. When it comes to emotional pain, you can only say yes, something is wrong with you, but to adequately describe it sometimes it's hard to do. And it is the same reason why it is harder to deal with, and sometimes the hurt and the pain is more long lasting. So the similarity in these two types of pain are maybe one, you experience discomfort and distress. You lose your personality. You're not in your normal self. You're not your normal self. You're not who you are. I'm on pain kankan ṣe nìyí, ìwọ gan ara ẹ gan máa lọ. So both types of pain make you feel this way. Then biologically, when you feel either of this pain, the same part of your brain is activated when you feel this pain. So it's not like it's this part of brain that deals with the physical pain and the other. No, it's the same part of the brain that deals with both types of pain. Now, where they differ is where physical pain, you can actually describe it, is more straightforward. And what you can describe, what you know, what you can touch, what you can feel, it's easier to deal with. People can easily, give recommendation, things to do, and stuff like that, and it will work. Now, with emotional pain, kò sóògùn fún, kò sóògùn fún. I mean, in the first instance, you can't even describe it. You can't even express yourself well. Pé nǹkan tí mò ń là kọjá ni. So, tó bá tiẹ̀ wá tún lè sọ gan, hardly do you find help, because it's there, but it's not something that you can actually, touch, or sometimes treat as something that is, real, but it's there. So those are the areas where they differ. The reason why I'm doing this, because some people might be wondering, Ewombobo lecture yi. The reason why I'm doing this is this. What you don't understand, you cannot deal with. And when we're talking about pain, you must be able to understand it. You must be able to accept it. And you must be able to find a way to deal with it. So the foundation is you understanding it. And that's why I'm taking the pain to go from, this basic description that, many intellectuals on the platform would think, this is how I understand things. This is how I break things down. I don't jump things. Mo máa ń lọ sípìlẹ̀ nǹkan ni. Tí n bá fẹ́ wádìí nǹkan, mo máa ń lọ ìpìlẹ̀ nǹkan ni. Màá lọ kọ́ láti basic, because ibi basic yẹn ni gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ní láti mọ̀ láyé lọ́run, ibẹ̀ ló wà. Ibẹ̀ náà solution náà. So if I don't understand it in the dumbest way of explanation, then I can't do anything about it. They all shagba me. Then to mess me up. So that's why we need to deal with this from this scratch and paint the picture so that you have a clear understanding of it. When you go with that full understanding, I know you'll be able to apply yourself better, because it's just the understanding of some of these things that is bringing unnecessary suffering to the lives of men. Tó bá tí nǹkan bá yé wa ni, kò ní fìyà jẹ wá. Tí nǹkan bá yé wa ni, a ní dààmú. But when we don't understand things, a fìyà jẹ wá tó máa kú. So please pardon me, intellectuals on the platform who think, please, this is how I think we can, put flesh to this and actually paint a full picture. So I want to move quickly to some facts about pain. These are facts you have to accept. I told you there are 3 approaches to this. 1, you must understand it, which is what I've taken pain to explain since we started. We need to understand it, know what we're dealing with. Secondly, you must be able to accept it. So what are you accepting? Is what we're moving to now. And then thirdly, you must be able to deal effectively with it. So understanding, acceptance, and effectively dealing with it. So Mutisha, a brief explanation. Mokinyo, sister Miss, how you doing, Sister Dayo Lori? Thank you for connecting. How has your day been? Emma Barakalo. Now let's move to the fact about pain that you have to accept. It's just reality. If you struggle with it, but any problem, it's as simple as that. But if you can accept it, you think by then the DNA. So, number one, pain is an inseparable part of life. Mo pause kí yẹn lè sinmi sí yín lára ni o. Pain is part of life. Simple. And so, as long as you are human, you will experience it at one point of your life or the other. And it will come in various degrees, it will come in different forms. Physically, emotionally, it will come. So, this is one fact you have to accept. Remember in the title I said, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. If this, what I've just said now, is difficult for you to accept, you will suffer from the pain. If you lack the understanding of it, you will suffer from the pain. And that is on you. So, the first thing is, pain is part of life. Tibitire la dali ayé. Bire ṣe ń rìn níbi náà ń tẹ̀lé. Pain and pleasure, they go hand in hand. They are like two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. Wọ́n jọ ó kàn dàbí ìgbín àti karahun ẹ̀ ni wọ́n jọ ń fà ni. Olórin kan ní bó ti wù kórun kó mú tó sánmọ̀ dúdú díẹ̀ yóò wá. Bó ti wù káyé wá láyọ̀ yóò lákòókò ẹkún rẹ̀. That's it. Bó ṣe ń lọ nìyẹn. Bá a ṣe dá ayé nìyẹn. I'm deliberately taking this slowly, pausing in between, because I want you to reflect. I want this thing to sink in. Because religion messed us up by selling to us false hopes. by not making us to come to terms with certain things. Gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n pàkí ẹ̀ sábẹ́ faith. Ẹ ti máa gbọ́ I'm strong. Ó sì kìíní o, a máa ní I'm strong. There's nothing bad in you saying, mo wà in pain. That doesn't mean there won't be a solution for you. So, acceptance is the first thing. Kíní ń ṣe mí. Ìgbà yẹn ni wàá tó gbégbèsè láti wá solutions. Many have died cheap death because they could not come to terms with what they are dealing with. Talk less of now taking that step to find a solution to it. They lived in denial and died needlessly. Ikú tí ò yẹ kọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ kú ló kú because they lived in denial. They failed to accept pé yes, àwọn ńlá nǹkan báyìí kọjá. Because wọ́n ti sọ fún wọn wípé ìgbàgbọ́ ni o. Don't accept it, don't admit it, keep on using faith. That is a wrong application of faith. The right application of faith is you accepting the reality and then believing that wàá làjà ò ní kú sínú ẹ̀. But denying it would not even make you take steps to find solution. Á dẹ̀ gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀. So you must understand that pain is part of life. Pain and pleasure, wọ́n jọ ń lọ ní. You can't have one without the other. But here is the good news. Kò sí kankan náà wọn tó permanent. So tí adùn bá ń wà nsìn, máa rántí pé ọjọ́ kan ìkorò á yọjú. Tó bá jẹ́ pé korò náà lòun experience nsìn, fọkàn ẹ balẹ̀, kò ní lọ títí láé o. Adùn náà ń bọ̀. So whatever pain you are going through at the moment, don't lose hope. It's just for a while. It's for a season. Farada akọjá. That's if you admit and you are not struggling with it. Because bó ṣe struggle pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tó, it's meant to happen. Á dẹ̀ lo gbogbo ìgbà tó yẹ kó lò. Wà á dẹ̀ tún bọ́ sí season mi. If this is hard for you to accept, you will suffer. I repeat, if this is hard for you to accept, you will suffer. Èpè kọ́. My big sis here says sometimes pain can be too hard for us to bear, especially when people don't understand what we're going through, what we can't tell people. The weight of emotional pain can be overwhelming. Yes, absolutely correct. Because number one, you can't even articulate the pain. You can't put it into words. Okay, tó bá tiẹ̀ tó wá gbìyànjú tó tiẹ̀ tó put it into words. Wàá wọ̀ tún ẹ, wàá wò sí ẹ. Wàá wá pé ta mo tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ fún gan. Ta mo fẹ́ bá sọ. So wàá gbé sọ́kàn. Ìgbé tó gbé sọ́kàn yẹn, you are not dealing with it well. because you don't even know what to do. So, understanding, acceptance, and dealing with it. So, ẹlòmíì ò tiẹ̀ mọ kankan nu mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹlòmíì tiẹ̀ mọ ó understand ń pé pain wà. Ó débi acceptance kò fẹ́ gbà á. Ó ń lò gbàgbọ́. Ó ń lo oríṣiríṣi gbogbo, hiding and, dancing around it. No. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi tiẹ̀ tó wá accept. Kò mọ báwo la tiẹ̀ ṣe máa yanjú eléyìí. And this is what I want us to deal with tonight. Yes, my sister, Tope Abaton, every cloud has a silver lining. Yes. Yes. Kò síbi tó ti dán. Kò síbi tó ti dán pátápátá. Ó kálukú ló ní nǹkan tó ń bá yí. But the better you can manage it, the better for you. Or how well you can manage it, the better for you. So, if you are the type that has like, o kàn fẹ́ kí nǹkan máa dán, kó máa ná gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lé nílé ayé, kó ṣá máa dán, kó máa wapá, kó máa ṣe pọ́n. I'm not saying anything is bad in that. But máa rántí wípé bó ṣe ń lé pleasure yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni pain ń tẹ̀lé o. Bó ṣe ń lé pleasure yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pain ń tẹ̀lé. So the way it works is, the moment you can achieve that pleasure, pain là yọjú. The suffering là yọjú. And because you've devoted yourself only to the pursuit of pleasure, that side of pain, block it out, it doesn't exist, it will not be for me, everything, confession, in back and come. To bad day, you can't manage it. So, this is why some people, when something unexpected happened to them, they can't survive it. Because wọ́n fààyè ẹlẹ́ rárá. Wọ́n ní any shock absorber to handle the impact. So I'm putting it to you tonight that these two things exist, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You must accept it. You must be prepared to experience both pain and pleasure. It could be emotional pain, it could be, physical pain. Now, second fact that I want you to understand and accept is that pain is necessary for our personal growth. Yorùbá máa ń pòwe kan, wọ́n ní ìyà ò jẹ́ olóògbọ́n tantíṣà ẹ̀. No pain, no gain. Títa ríro là á kọlà. Tó bá jiná tán máa ń dẹwà ni. Pain is necessary for our growth. Pain is like that um, warning sign you see on the dashboard of your car that calls your attention to 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 a particular um, part of your car that is, that had issues. So it could be mechanical part, it could be the tire, it could be anything, because you don't know, you're just driving. But they've wired everything and put everything in a box, so you can get a warning signal to say you have a puncture, tire pressure low. Otherwise, you won't know. You have a light that will pop up to say, omi ti gbẹ àbí kò sí oil mọ́, whatever thing like that. Or even when you're running out of fuel, you have the fuel gauge that warn you pé ọmọ ò lè lọ ju 10 miles lọ mọ́ o. Find the nearest filling station. So this is the same thing that pain does to us. It alerts us. It awakens us to the fact that there is something wrong with our lives, and we need to take action to correct it. When we neglect this pain, when we neglect this warning, it doesn't go away. It increases over time. The pain intensifies until it comes to a point where you can't bear it anymore and you break down, or it forces you to do something about it. So the way we look at pain as always negative is why some of us feel very reluctant to come to terms with it. But when you look at it in this positive light, you would see that it's not entirely a bad thing. It's not. It rather can be quite helpful if only we pay attention to what it's trying to teach us and learn from it. Pain also can be likened to like chaos, a situation that is ugly, that is rough, turbulence, no peace. What we do in these times is that we struggle with things like this, instead of us to be calm and learn what it is teaching us. There's a lesson. There's something they want us to know. But we would rather struggle, because after all we want is things to go our way, to go the way we have planned it. We don't want it to go to go differently. And few years ago, I think 2017, I wrote something about this chaos. I looked at my life, because those times were rough. From 2014 to 2016 to 2018, they were tough. I was Omo, a lot was going on. It was a period of intense learning for me. So I think in 2017, maybe I was getting a bit of relief. I think I was trying to, mo ti ń rí ojú ọ̀nà díẹ̀díẹ̀. So I looked back and I wrote, a short I shared, my experience I don't want to call it a poem because I'm not a poet, but I just wrote something relating to my experience so far. And that was about me riding on the waves of chaos. I was knocked off several times off the flow of life's comfort, because we just want things to be smooth, we want things to be pleasurable, we want things to just be easy. So several times these waves of chaos knocked me off that flow of comfort. That torrent of despair was beating up my soul. It wasn't physical pain I was going through now, they were emotional pain. Which was what led me to my second suicide attempt in 2014. So in those desperate moments, I learned one thing: to stop fighting and befriend the turbulence. Because I noticed the more I fought, the more I struggled, the more I was losing it. So I stopped. I stopped fighting, I stopped struggling with it, and befriended the turbulence. I learned in that moment that, look, I should stop flaying around and just go with the flow. Otherwise, I will sink. After all, I almost sank anyway. In that moment, I learned that, look, there's something this thing is telling me. I need to pay attention. I need to listen. In that moment, I realized that this disruptive force that I'm struggling with is actually pushing me into the next phase of my life. And I need to yield to it. I need to ride on that wave of chaos to get to my next phase of life. I should stop struggling with it. I should stop fighting and, pulling it. That is my way or no way. And this is what I'm putting to you tonight. You must calm down and see that moment, see that period as a time for you to grow and grow out of that, comfort position you are into something bigger. Kẹ́yẹ tó gbéra kò rọrùn, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti dé the right altitude, atẹ́gùn ló ń ṣe yòókù. The same principle. Kí plane tó gbéra, ẹ̀rí bó ṣe máa ń nira take off yẹn ò kí ń rọrùn rárá. Compare take off to the rest of the flight. So, moment of pain are moment of growth, personal growth, spiritual growth. You can't have a new birth of consciousness without pain. Ibi tó wà gbọ́dọ̀ ní ẹ́ lára ná kó tó lè lọ bòmíì. So you must go through that process. So rather than struggling, rather than complaining, rather than fighting, rather than wallowing in self-pity, focus on what that moment is trying to teach you. The lessons are important. You can't afford to miss the lesson of that period. Increased intelligence is inside pain. Because pain will force you to understand why you went through all that, or all that you went through. Pain will force you to, to slow down and think about that experience. You will relive the whole experience and then see, okay, nǹkan báyìí ni mo dẹ̀ ṣe tó tí mo fi fuck up, nǹkan báyìí mo dẹ̀ ṣe tó wrong, nǹkan báyìí. And that is how you become wiser. So, if we look at pain from this perspective of it being a doorway to something bigger, to something better, to happiness, then maybe we will stop seeing it as something negative. So next time you are in a painful situation, instead of trying to suppress it or ignore it or deny it or struggle with it, just relax and ask yourself, what can I learn from this pain? You must learn something from it. It's teaching you something. It's teaching you something. And also, I've used pain in another, positive way. And this is me personally now. By understanding that pain and pleasure are the two basic reasons why we do everything we do in life. We don't want to work, but we work because we want to avoid the pain of poverty. And when we go after certain things, we go after them because of the pleasure we will derive from them. So, if you have certain habit that you're struggling with, if you have certain things that you don't want to do again or do less of them, all you need to do is just to attribute or associate as much pain as you can to those things. Focus on the negatives of those things, and you will see that you will draw farther and farther and farther from it. You will do less and less and less and less of those things. I've used this severally to deal with so many things that could have been destructive to my life. By focusing on the painful part of it. Even the Bible admonished us. It said, go to the house of mourning. I want to be party all the time. I want to be 13 jubé, 13 jubó, 13. Oh, ni mọ̀ pé ayé pé gbà. Tí nǹkan bá bá ẹ lójijì, ò lè handle ẹ̀. But moment of pain, moment of, sadness, these are the moments that wakes you up, that opens your eyes, that sharpens your mindset, that opens, your eyes to new perspectives, that changes your path, that helps you to grow and become better persons. So, and the last one I want to talk about here, still talking about things you need to accept, is that when you want to deal with pain and you want to deal with it to remove the pain, then you need to take the pain to find the root cause of the pain. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ṣé ń pé pain ṣáà wà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ni? Because dealing with the symptoms of pain alone won't remove the pain. Fact mo ń sọ fún ẹ. So if you are constantly having headache, for example, now, constantly getting tired, wàá lo painkiller, á lọ, ó bá dọ̀la, á tún padà wá. Because nǹkan kan wà tó yẹ kó deal pẹ̀lú. Nǹkan kan wà tó yẹ kó deal pẹ̀lú. When I first got to this country and wáṣẹ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ bá mi ríṣẹ́, iṣẹ́ kí n máa gbá títì. The only condition they gave me to get that job was I must have a safety boot. Ní ìdẹ́ ní, kò dẹ̀ tó tí màá fi rà. But mo sọ fún wọn pé mo ní. So I had a flatmate then that was working at the underground. So mo mọ̀ pé ó ní safety boot. Alẹ́ ló dẹ̀ máa ń ṣiṣẹ́. So mo mọ̀ pé màmá yá safety boot rẹ̀. Mo gbaṣẹ́. Ìgbà mo délé, mo kẹsẹ̀ bọ boot. Mo rún ẹsẹ̀ mọ́ ni. Èmi ń lo size 45, ẹni ẹ̀ ń lo 44. Mo ṣáà máa rún ẹsẹ̀ mọ́. I was using the wrong size of boot to walk. Iṣẹ́ jẹ́ pé mo ń gbá títì ni. Gbogbo Westminster, number 10, Pimlico, Vauxhall, Buckingham Palace, Victoria. Mo ṣe ń gbà nìyẹn. From 2:30 to 9 p.m. every day. Pẹ̀lú bàtà tí ì ṣe size mi. Mo lè lo painkiller kí painkiller tó bá wù mí. The issue is not painkiller. I will only get temporary relief from the pain. But the underlying issue, if I don't deal with it, mi ò lè bọ́ ńbẹ̀. There are times I will just pull my trolley one side, remove the boot, pé kí n tiẹ̀ nísinmi díẹ̀. Màá tún wọ̀ padà. Ìgbà tí iṣẹ́ yẹn fẹ́ gba ẹsẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi, I had to leave it. So, it's not about dealing with the symptoms of the pain. It's about going to the root cause of the pain. Unfortunately, this is what most people run away from. Because they see how much it will take. They see the effort it will require. They see so many disruptive changes it will bring to their lives. Wọ́n wá filẹ̀. Wọ́n á máa wálò nínú pain. Wọ́n á máa wálò nínú sadness. Wọ́n á máa wálò. Wọ́n á máa wà angry. Wọ́n á máa wà depressed. Wọ́n á máa lògùn. Wọ́n rò pé situation yẹn kàn máa change. Àbí ìrànlọ́wọ́ kan á kàn wá láti ibì kan. It doesn't work like that. To deal with pain and to remove the pain, you have to make effort to trace it to the root of the pain. I have what I'm dealing with at the moment. But how am I handling it? Tí ò dá mi gúnlẹ̀, tí ò pa gbogbo nǹkan míì tó yẹ kí n ṣe lára. Because I've come to terms with it. I have taken the pain to trace it. God mo lọ sí hospital 100 times. All they give me is what just things to numb the pain. kò sí solution, because solution ò sí nínú oògùn yẹn. The solution lies in nǹkan tó ń trigger. And for me to change the whole thing, tí mo fi ń pọ́n trigger from my own research and everything, I'm not at the right point or stage in life to be able to do that. So I know what the issue is, but the ability to do that or the timing to do that, it's not within my control at the moment. So I've learned to accept it and come up with different ways to manage it. And to move on with life. Lásìkò bá tó fún mi. Torí wọ́n máa ń sọ wípé bọ́wọ́ ọmọ ò bá tèkú dà, kò lè lọ bá àwọn àgbààgbà ilé inú mọ̀lẹ́bí wọn kó máa béèrè ikú tó pa dádì ẹ̀. So when I get to a point where I'm able to make this wholesale change, then I know that will bring a more lasting solution that I desire. But for now, management in it. So what you are going through, the pain you're in, ó níbi tó ti wá. You need to be able to trace it, to be able to deal with it. Ignoring it won't take it away. Numbing it will just be for a while. Finding a quick fix is not long lasting. So you have an injury, wọ́n fún ẹ ní painkiller tó numb pain yẹn. My people, is the injury still there or not? It's there. The wound is still there. But because you're under the influence of a drug that has numbed your consciousness from registering that pain, is why you feel relieved. But as soon as the effect of the drug is over, wàá tún rántí ẹ̀ padà. So by treating pain on a symptoms level won't give you a solution. You need to trace it to the source where these symptoms are coming from. Otherwise, the pain will get heavier, it will grow bigger, it will become more complicated, more harder to deal with. So, pain is inevitable because it's part of life. But suffering from it is optional. And that is in your hands to minimize the suffering that you experience from the pain. By understanding the pain, by accepting, and by dealing with it. So when I say accepting, you're accepting the lessons that pain is teaching you. And it is from those lessons that will awaken you, that will sharpen your mind, that will lead you into the direction of a permanent solution. And you grow out of that pain to bigger things. Ṣé mo make sense? I hate it sometimes when I sound like a motivational speaker because I'm not one. I'm just somebody that wants to share a part of me. I don't want to come here and tell you, Mofi 2 grains of rice, Mofi Bere restaurant. I mean, no. I want to be able to 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 tell you gbogbo pain tó rọ̀ mọ́. Call any Nigerian millionaire now to come and talk to you. Wọ́n á kàn sọ fún ẹ pé be hardworking, believe in God and be patient. Ṣé n tó sọ wọ́n di billionaire ni? Ṣé n tó sọ wọ́n di billionaire ni? Because many of them are accidental billionaires. Wọ́n lè ṣàlàyé bó ṣe jẹ́. So I don't want to sound like that. I want to be somebody that is able to even use my experience and pain, real life, to point people in the right direction. So now, for for people around us, I just want to mention this quickly. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá sí mi lórí nsìn ni. Wọ́n ládìyẹ ń làágùn, ìyẹn ni òdì àmọ̀. Many of us are experts in not looking like what we're going through. Right? So it's like that when you walk around. You don't know who is hurting. But there are signs tó fi lè mọ̀ pé nǹkan ṣe ni. Nǹkan ṣe ni. Just like this is a joke yo. Joke lélẹ́yìí o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá, mo gbèdì fún yín o, mo bẹ̀ yín o, joke ni o. Wọ́n tẹ bá róbìnrin tó ń kanra kiri. Ẹ bá kí why are you greeting me? Every little thing wọ́n kanra, everything wọ́n kanra. Wọ́n ní ó nídìí kí wọ́n nà kọ́ nà lẹ́dà ni. Lẹ́dà ni ò sí inú ayé ẹ̀. Tó bá rí lẹ́dà gidi tí wọ́n nà lẹ́dà, ó máa ń mú ìkanra kúrò nínú ayé obìnrin. Ara ẹ̀ á balẹ̀. Wà á máa rẹ́rìn músẹ́. Orí ẹ̀ á tutù. Wọ́n tó bá jẹ́ blala for a very long time. Wà á máa kanra kiri ní. Likewise, I just want to give us tips. Vero kudio leda wa bá mi wà gbà yìí. Yay, my sis. Yeti Tabai. Yeti's kitchen. She has gone another level now. She has gone global. Good to have you on the show, my sister. How are you doing? And congrats on the release of your new project. Beautiful. 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 Well done. It will go places. And you soon become an international star. Benny, lẹ́dà gidi. Tó bá jẹ lẹ́dà gidi, ara á tutù. Kò ní máa kanra kiri, á máa ní sùúrù, kò ní máa bínú sódì. Ẹ bá kí á dá yín lóhùn wọ́rọ́wọ́. Àpẹẹrẹ kan táwa boys máa fi mọ̀ pé no ẹni yìí ó ní di leather. Likewise, there are signs that you can look out for in people for you to know pé that any is in pain. How do you know? Yeti. Bàbá ti gbàwẹ̀ lọ. Wọ́n ṣe ń parí àwẹ̀ 7 days lọ ń bọ́ tí 14. Wọ́n ṣe ń parí 14 lọ tó ń bá èèyàn kan tó wà lábroad tó pè wọ́n tó ń join ẹ̀ nínú 3 days dry fasting mi. Wọ́n ti febi pa madam. Ẹ wá ní kí bass guitarist kó má gbàyàwó jí o. ẹ má mú mi wọnú level tí mi fẹ́ wọ̀ lọ o. Bass guitar bá tiẹ̀ sì gbàyàwó wọn dà tí ìṣe ọwọ́ ọmọ onígangan ni mọ̀mí jí o bọ́ sí. Àwọn yẹn wọ́n á na wọ̀rọ̀. Èbí bass guitar yẹn tó tẹ ọwọ́ nìyẹn máa yín tó máa yín kinní yẹn tá máa yín kinní yẹn tá máa yín kinní yẹn tí mo tán yí á máa yí kinní yẹn. Ẹ̀yin ẹ ti fẹ́ da ètò rú mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Anyway, Ṣẹ́gun, concentrate. Okay. Kí n mò ń sọ lọ́gán ṣe. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn yìí kí n mò ń sọ lọ náà. Yeah, right. There are things there are signs you can watch out for, in people's lives. Tí wàá fò báyìí pé wọ́n dà pé ní ńlá nǹkan kan kọjá. Nǹkan kan ń ṣe nìyí. Because sometimes you react to people. Wàá kàn sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́lòmíì, ò dẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tó ń là kọjá. But tó bá yẹ pé I need discerning spirit. Tó bá yẹ pé a lójú inú, tó bá yẹ pé a mọ àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká wò. Then a máa mọ̀ pé ẹni yìí kò kàn lè sọ̀rọ̀ ní is in pain. And what are those things? Tó bá ti rí èèyàn tó jẹ́ wípé gbogbo ìgbà always angry. And he is in pain. Ṣé ìlú àkúbà ìlú àgbámọ́lẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ṣe máa rẹ́ etí ìlú yẹn kérékékékéké bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n á máa ṣeré ń ta. Irú àwọn èèyàn wo ni mo kó sórí prógrámù lálẹ́ báyìí? No, jẹ́ n kúrò nínú comment section yìí. Mi ò ní wo bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ lè wá bà iṣẹ́ ìrànṣẹ́ jẹ́ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Mo dànù jẹ́ n gbé kúrò níbí. Mi ò wo comment section mọ́ o. Ẹ má bà iṣẹ́ jẹ́ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Kọ́ gbá mọ́ mi jí o bí àkúbà kọ́ rẹ́ gbogbo etí ìlú yẹn. So, I mean, there are characteristics, there are behavioral patterns of, people that are in pain. Hello, Mr. Franklin Braithwaite. Ṣé wà lórí ètò? Please, if you're on the show, say hi, because what you accusing you wrongly be. Wọ́n lẹ́yìn pianist yẹn, ẹ̀yin keyboardist. Tẹ́ máa transpose. Ẹ máa gbé wọn kúrò key kan bọ́ sí key míì. Wọ́n á máa dún lóhùn òkè. Nígbà tẹ́ ẹ bá tẹ̀ wọn ò ní sọ̀rọ̀. Mr. Lekan Shobi, guitarist, ṣe wà lórí ètò. Anyway, so if you see someone that is always angry, it's a sign that that person is in pain. If you see someone that is always withdrawn, wọn kò ń fẹ́ wà láàrin àwọn èèyàn. Kò ń dúró sáàrin àwọn èèyàn. Always ó fẹ́ dá, ó kàn fẹ́ dá wà. Just isolating themselves. They're suffering from a kind of pain. If you see someone that is always like, showing that self-hate to themselves, always asking, why me? Always beating themselves down. Some people are causing self-harm. They cut themselves. They're in pain. You don't need to ask. Àpẹẹrẹ nìyẹn. Tó bá ra àwọn èèyàn tó ti lose, self-confidence wọn. Gbogbo nǹkan tó gbogbo statement tó máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn ni, I can't do it. I don't think I can do it. They're dealing with some form of pain. Now I'm talking of emotional pain that can't be put into words, that you can't express. If you find someone that is always like confused, wọ́n kàn máa ń wà ní bubble. People who exhibit fear. People who are sad. Wọ́n kàn máa ń sunkún láì nídìí. People who have anxiety issues. People who are easily frustrated. All these things are behavioral patterns of people suffering from emotional pain. So you need to be sensitive and know how you relate with people. I do it a lot. Tí ọkàn bá react sí mi bí mo ṣe feel pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mi ní lọ bẹ́ni ẹ má bàjá. No, I don't do it. Mi ní lọ má bẹ́ni ẹ bínú. No, I don't do it. Màá sọ pé yes, nǹkan kan wà tẹ́ni ń deal pẹ̀lú. I realize that yes, ìwà tẹ́ni yẹn wù yẹn reaction ni. I don't see it as behavior. Gbogbo téèyàn bá ṣe, I don't see it as behavior. Bá ríyàn tó kàn rẹ́rìn sí, I know that person is reacting to something. Behavior ẹ̀kọ́ ni ẹ̀rín. Ríyàn tó fajúro náà bí tó kí n bákan, ó ń react sí nǹkan kan ni. Bóyá kò wá manage ẹ̀wẹ́ tó fi spread ẹ̀ kan èmi náà. Wàá kàn ra calm down pé wo ẹni ẹ̀ ń dì pẹ̀lú nǹkan kan ni. And 7 times out of 10, people like that in their sober moment, wọ́n realize pé mo ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ni ẹ̀ ò dẹ̀ dá lẹ́ẹ̀kan. They come back on their own to come and apologize and say, you know what, I'm sorry the way I talked to you the last time. Wọ́n wá ṣe explain nǹkan tó ń go through. But bẹ́ẹ̀ pé immediately wọ́n náà ti gbé gbóná fún pé àṣemákí bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ mo mọ̀ ẹ́ rí ni lọ́nà. Kò dáa. You are adding to their pain. So you need to be sensitive and understand that people are dealing with issues that you can't see. They're dealing with issues that they can't express. So you need to be kind. You need to learn to reverse roles. Nígbà tó rí ẹni yóò burú báwo kàn ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí báyìí, definitely nǹkan kan ń ṣe. And just let that person be. Fún ara wọn, some of them realize it and come back to you and say, má bínú ẹ̀kan yẹn, lágbájá báyìí ló ṣe nǹkan kan sí mi, àbí mo gbọ́ nǹkan kan báyìí and stuff like that. Then wà wá rí pé ká ní o ti react ni, you would have looked foolish. So I just try to, chip that in, because I notice half of the time, ìjà tá a máa ń bára wa jà, wàhálà tá a máa ń bára wa fà kò necessary. Some of them are not necessary. Tó bá yẹ pé I was sensitive to people around us. Quickly we can pick things and allow people be and give them space. Ẹlòmíì gan ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ò mójú ò mọ́ra. Ìgbà yẹn wà máa sọ pé ṣé mo pé wọ́n ti mú kinní kan, pàtí yẹn, ó yẹ kájọ lọ ní o, no màmá get aṣọ tiẹ̀, àwọn láti get aṣọ tiẹ̀ náà. Ó tiẹ̀ wà sensitive, ó mọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kọ́ lẹ́ni ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́n táìmù yẹn. Tẹ́ni ẹ bá wá react sí ẹ bákan wá ní bó tiẹ̀ ṣe bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Yeah, because you were not sensitive to the kind of behavioral pattern that person was exhibiting, that is actually saying something without that person opening their mouth to say what they are going through. Attitude wọn yẹn ó ń ṣàpẹẹrẹ nǹkan kan tí wọ́n ń là kọjá. But insensitivity ìwọ kò jẹ́ kó kọbi ara sí. So to them, you're saying the right thing at the wrong time. Ó dẹ̀ máa bá kanra dé. Yes, you are right, Yeti. Sometimes it's hard to be kind though, especially if the person keeps repeating the pattern, and then they claim mental health or depression rather than finding a way to fix the root cause of their trauma. Yes, you're right. You are right. But do you know the best way to deal with this is to fún ẹni yẹn ní gap? Because wọ́n ní wèrè ò mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe òun ò dáa. Tí wèrè bá mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe òun ò dáa ni kò ní wọjà ń hòhò. So it is you now that has realized that, something is wrong with this person. You know their issue. They are in a confused state. They could be in denial. Wọ́n lè máa understand gbogbo nǹkan tó tiẹ̀ ń ṣe kò tiẹ̀ yé wọn tiẹ̀ rójú tú ọ̀rọ̀. They need help. So if you can't help them and you can't be kind to them because o ti rí pé wọ́n dẹ̀ pọ́n máa change, dẹ̀ ní patience yẹn, just give them space. Give them space. That's the best thing you can do. If you can't help them and you find their behavior irritating enough for you to show kindness, then just, fàyè lẹ̀ fún wọn. Fàyè lẹ̀ fún wọn. Because moment tán wà yẹn is tough. The mental battle are the toughest to fight. And they are the hardest battle you can ever find yourself fighting. Àwọn yẹn gangan lógun. Mental battle. Àwọn yẹn gangan ní ogun. And it's so delicate, such that if you lose that battle, why lose it physically? If you fight a mental battle and lose, why lose it physically? wàá lose ẹ̀ lójú ayé. So it's tough. It's tough. It's a fact I want us to admit. But for somebody tó gbọ́rú ètò ìlálẹ̀ àbí tó gbọ́ from somewhere else tó ṣàlàyé fún báyìí, then that such a person now have a path láti tẹ̀lé. Kì í ṣe pé ẹlòmíì ò kì í ṣe pé kò sí solution fún pain ẹlòmíì, but not admitting it gangan ló jẹ́ bí stumbling block fún wọn. They can't come to terms with it. And what you can't admit, tó o mọ̀ pé ó ń ṣe ẹ́, o ò ní gba oògùn gan láti lò sí. Mo recommend nǹkan tó máa ṣe fún ẹ gan, ò ní ṣe, because o tiẹ̀ gbà pé ó ń ṣe ẹ́ gan. Ṣẹlòmíì tó ẹ̀ tí wá ti gbà pé nǹkan yẹn ń ṣe òun. Find the root cause. Kò lè tẹ̀lé, because ó sì find it hard. I met a man few years ago. He was in a rush trying to get to the hospital. Kò wá mọ̀nà, ó wá ń fẹ́ ìjúwe. Òun ti late, òun fẹ́ ṣe pé wọ́n lẹ́jẹ̀ òun ga, òun ní high BP. Bóun dẹ̀ ti ń lògùn sí títí kò lọ nǹkan kan mẹ́rin. So wọ́n ní kóun lọ ṣe special test kan. I was meeting the man for the first time. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn, ẹ̀gbọ́n, ẹ má bínú o, but mo feel wípé problem yín kì í ṣe olóògùn dé. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣọ́ra gan, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bá lọ, wọ́n máa section yín o. There's something triggering this, and that's what you need to work on. Wọ́n lóun máa ronú, but òun ò kí ń ronú. Òun máa wo Yorùbá film láti fi take his mind off and everything. Mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n, we are getting somewhere. Wọ́n lè máa ronú, but ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kì ń ronú. Tọ́tẹ́ bá ronú just for a short time. Mo ní short time yẹn gan ti tó. Because problem yín tó bá ti wá yẹn, ìgbà yẹn ni heart yín ṣiṣẹ́ kíṣẹ́. Tá pump too much blood tí body yín lè circulate. Bó jẹ́ 30 seconds lásán, effect yẹn lásán ó tó kẹ́ lọ sí cardiac arrest, kẹ́ kú dànù. So it's not the length of time tẹ́ jókòó tẹ́ fi ń ronú. So kò sóògùn tó lè fún yín tá ṣiṣẹ́ o. Initially it was, dismissive of me láti bẹ̀rẹ̀, kò kà mí kún kankan mẹ́rin. But gba tí mo dé stage yẹn, now I started listening, now opened up. There's something you're dealing with, but you are in denial of. If you don't sort it, you will die. Because ẹ ti dé level tó jẹ́ pé even àwọn tó ń tọ́jú yín gan, ẹ̀rù ti ń bà wọ́n. Then he now mentioned that ibi tó ń ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, it's a high pressured environment, and then contract job náà lòun ṣe pé ṣé mo dẹ̀ mọ̀, tó bá ti tán bẹ́ẹ̀ bills wà lẹ́la. Then you are getting somewhere. This is your problem. Ọ̀tọ̀ ní pé ẹ ríṣẹ́, ṣùgbọ́n iṣẹ́ yẹn gan, you make any silly mistake, you're not coming tomorrow. So every day is pressure. Then ó tún wá jẹ́ iṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé short term job ni, 6 months, 3 months, ó ti tán, ẹ tún máa wá mi. Mo ní wá ìtẹ́jẹ̀ yín ò ní ga. Mo ní so you have to help yourself. Kẹ́ tó kú, kẹ́ tó ní stroke. This is where your problem is. And you don't deal with this, kò sí oògùn tán lè fún yín láyé tá ṣiṣẹ́. But if you deal with this and get back your life, your sanity, ẹ ní lóògùn tẹ́ máa fi wà okay. Then they mention again, òun tẹ mọ̀ báyá ayé ló ń ṣe òun, gbogbo àwọn tó ń tọ́jú tó ń kọ́ gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n tún wá padà wá di supervisor wọn kan. Mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n, ọ̀rọ̀ ayé níbo láyé tún ti wọ ilé ìsìn. Ok, àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ìta ń sọ yìí, ṣé mo fọwọ́ sí skin, mo ní ṣé kọ́lọ̀ àwọ̀ yín ni wọ́n? Ó ní no. Mo ní so ayé ò ṣe yín. Mo ní systemic racism wà. Wọn ò ní ṣe hàn but it exists. Àwa dúdú la máa ń fara wa jábọ́ níbi tá a bá wà, crab mentality. Àwọn láàrin ara wọn máa ń fara wọn sókè. Mo ní so when you're in that environment, you train them, you do everything. Tí ó slot bá délẹ̀, wọ́n prefer kó jẹ́ pé ara wọn ló máa fà sókè, not ìwọ. Àwa làwa máa ń fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé àwa nìkan la wà láàrin wọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lókè. Ta tún máa fi ń ṣe testimony, ta tún máa fi ń proud lórí ẹ̀ pé I'm the only black man in the whole organization. I'm the only kinní kan. Because àwọn yòókù ẹ tó yẹ kó fà sókè, o ti kó bá wọn lọ́dọ̀ Mr. Brian, Mr. Stone, Mr. George, o ti kó bá wọn bẹ̀, wọ́n ti lé wọn bí iṣẹ́ because ìwọ nìkan ló fẹ́ kó kù. Àwọn ò kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. So ẹ̀gbọ́n, ayé ò ṣe yín. You have to understand that you are in an environment where things like that exist. And you have to come to terms with it. Kò bẹ́ẹ̀ láyé ń ṣe yín nísìnyí báyìí, tẹ́ bá ti pè wọ́n nílé, tẹ́ bá ti mú ọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ sí orí òkè báyìí, ẹ ti ṣílẹ̀kùn àgbà náà mí nìyẹn. Ẹ máa fowó ránṣẹ́ ni. Tẹ́ bá ti bá yín gbé àṣejẹ àbí ìpara kan wá báyìí, ẹ ti forí kó jàǹkárí wọ̀ ni, ayé yín ti bàjẹ́ nìyẹn. Complication ti wọ ọ̀rọ̀ yín nìyẹn. So I just opened his eyes to what I consider to be his realities, but that he was living in denial of. Wọ́n fi ẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, wọ́n ń pa làpálàpá, wọ́n ń lo Nixodam láti fi cure cancer. Kò lè work. Well, unfortunately, I've not seen him again because it was just a one-off encounter. But I hope he has, maybe he considered, my advice and, worked on it. But èmi ṣe tèmi. So this is what we're dealing with. And let me round up by, just sharing with us, some of the things we can do to deal with emotional pain. Or some of the things I did, let me put it that way, which I consider to be principles. Tó dẹ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́. Like I said, the way you will apply it is different. The circumstances ẹ bá ṣe rí ló ṣe máa apply it. But the principle behind it does not change. So, the first thing is for you to first of all admit that yes, o ní issue wà. And then try as much as possible. I know it's hard, but try as much as possible to be able to describe this. Kó lè fún ní identity. Kó lè fún kíní ẹ ní identity. Tó bá ti fún ní identity, wàá wá rí wípé ó ní several parts tó link mọ́ tí kíní ẹ fi di odidi nǹkan, odidi èèyàn tó ń jà ẹ́ lógun. once you can give it an identity, once you can, give it a description, a form, tẹ́ wá wá rí pé ó ní other part tó so mọ́ in things you are dealing with day-to-day life tó fi jẹ́ kí ó di odidi nǹkan, or like a hydra-headed monster tó ń bá ìjà. And then you don't tackle it as a whole, you tackle it in parts. Ní bit yẹn, in bit yẹn, wà tackle in bit, in those smaller parts. Find some people can't handle this on their own. If you need to, see a counselor, please do. If you need to talk to people that can give you wise counsel, please do. But you must be able to try as much as possible, give a description to what you're dealing with. Never live in denial of where you are. There's no shame in it. Never live in denial of the effort it will take you to come out of that situation. And then you must be willing to take each day as it comes. You must be willing to take it step by step, step by step, step by step. Ọ̀rọ̀ dàbí ẹni tó yẹ pé ó ti jẹ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, ó ti jura ẹ̀ lẹ̀, tó wá rí pé ọmọ ó kàn dúró síwájú mìíràn kan, ó kàn wò báyìí pé báwo ló ń ṣe wá rí báyìí. Ó wá lóun máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí workout. Tó bá ti wá workout ńjọ́ kan, á tún dúró síwájú mìíràn pé òun ò tiẹ̀ tí ì change náà. Ò lè change bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Torí o kàn sùn kó o jí kó o bára ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe, o kàn sùn ó dẹ̀ jí ó dẹ̀ bára ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe rí. It took series of days, series of activities, series of lapses kó tó di bẹ́ẹ̀. So series of effort náà ló máa take, days, time náà ló máa take kó tó lè padà sí shape tó fẹ́. And you must be ready to give it whatever it takes. Gbogbo pain yẹn òun láti là kọjá. You must be ready for a change of lifestyle, change of habit. Àwọn kankan wà, àwọn ló ṣe tó fi tí wàhálà yẹn fi wọnú ayé ẹ̀. Those things you must recognize them and be ready not to do them. O lè jẹ McDonald's dé gym kó tún parí kó tún máa lick ice cream lọlé. Kí ló wá lọ ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ yẹn? So it will take self-discipline to deal with pain and to overcome it. Òun láti dé level tó jẹ́ pé n tó bá ṣe é wó palẹ̀ ká wó palẹ̀, n tó bá yẹ ká yọ kúrò ká yọ, n tó bá yẹ ká pa. If you really want a solution. It's just like people who have some, medical condition and wọ́n dẹ̀ ti diagnose wọ́n ti rí nǹkan tó ṣe, wọ́n wá fún wọn pé má jẹ lè toró ń trigger ilé. Wọ́n wá gbé pépà ilé ẹ lọ́wọ́ tán, wọ́n ṣàlàyé gbogbo ẹ̀ fún ẹ tán, bóyá kúrò mẹ́rin náà pẹ̀ dókítà yẹn ń sọ ti ẹ ni. Èmi kì í mi ní jẹ bọ̀kọ̀tọ̀ kẹ̀, bàyà láyẹ̀ tó bá má jẹ bọ̀kọ̀tọ̀. Wá jókòó ti oúnjẹ, ayé rẹ ló ń pa náà, ó dẹ̀ ló fẹ́ ailment, ó fẹ́ àlàáfíà. No, ó ní àlàáfíà. Tó bá ní àlàáfíà, àwọn tó sọ pé ó ń pa ẹ̀ yẹn, àwọn tó sọ pé ó ń dá wàhálà sí ẹ lọ́rùn yẹn, you will be willing to do away with them. So you need self-discipline. You need patience. wípé kì í ṣe alẹ́ ọjọ́ kan ni gbogbo issue máa yọ. And that is how people run from one problem to the other, because they're looking for quick fix. There's no quick fix. It will take time. The pain will require pain for you to get out of it, because the solution is inside pain. Ibi tó yẹ kó dájú wàá dájú, ibi tó yẹ kó kálá wàá kálá. If you really want to get out. Now, lastly, there are certain things that kò ní ní àtúnṣe, kò ní ní ojútùú fún, because the situation has been done and they can't be undone. Tó bá ti bá ẹ nírú àwọn situation, you need to come to terms with it and learn how to live with it. Any other thing other than that pain will still be there and you will be suffering. But you can have pain and not suffer. But many have pain and they are still suffering. The choice is yours. Thank you very much for listening to me tonight. I would love to hear from one or two people. I don't know. You want to share your experience? You want to contribute something? You want to, you have a different opinion. You want to unburden. I'll put out a link and give you, few moments for to see if anyone would, take the opportunity to join me and ká tún jọ yẹ̀ wò. Tí n bá ti dúró díẹ̀ tí mo rí wípé kò sẹ́ni tó take advantage, and then maybe I will call it a night. So that is the link. I've just posted the link. All you need to do is just to click on it. Then it will take you to a portal on your device, whether phone or tablet or laptop or whatever. And it will just tell you to do one thing and one thing. Very, very easy, straightforward process. Turn off your camera. You don't need to see your face. You don't need to write your full name. If you want, to share things that wants to and still want to remain confidential, so you can just put your initials or anything, and your voice is enough. Your voice is enough. Mr. Banks made a comment earlier that I think I missed. Yes, Mr. Banks said, life is filled with ups and downs, push and pull, yin yang, love, hate, happiness and sadness, excitement and pain. Suffering through it all molds you, teaches and prepares you for what is coming. Finding balance in life helps you improve your overall health. When you have balance, you have time to pay attention to both emotional and physical needs. Thank you very much for that beautiful comment. That is it. You must find a balance. Many today are chasing after life. ayé ò sí ní grasp wọn, kò sí in control wọn. Circumstances and situations around them ló ń dictate bọ́n ṣe ń gbé ayé lójoojúmọ́, pulling them here and there, tossing them here and there, because they've not found a balance. They've not found, what is important. They've not found their cause that they can, design their life around, that can be the filter gate of their life. Many are still scared to look at certain realities of their life, eyeballs to eyeballs, and say, "Ìwọ ló ń ṣe mí." Some people wake up every day and the first statement tó máa jáde lẹ́nu tó bá ti jí ni pé ó tún lọ again. Ó lè máa gbé ayé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. It's either you don't like the job, you're just unhappy. Find a solution. Tó bá yẹ kó máa set target fúnra ẹ̀ náà ní pé okay, I set this target tó bá máa fi the time blah. At least it will register in your consciousness that you are working towards something. But just hoping that things will change by itself and living your life in pain every day, nothing will change. Ẹlòmíì, the only problem ẹ̀ ni pé ibi tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ jìnnà síbi tó ń gbé. So wàhálà yẹn ti fẹ́ pákú. So kó tó drop ọmọ, kó tó sáré lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó ti rí jàlàjàlà. It might be tough, but your solution is either finding a job that is near or finding an accommodation that is closer to where you work. Ìgbà yẹn wà tó nísinmi. Nothing outside these two steps will bring you the comfort you desire. Wàá kàn ṣá máa mu painkiller, wàá ṣá máa pòṣe all the time, wàá ṣá máa bínú, wàá ṣá máa kanra mọ́ ayé ni. Mò ń kanra mọ́ ayé tẹ́lẹ̀. Mò ń kanra mọ́ ayé, ayé gan mọ̀ pé mò ń kanra mọ́ òun. When it took only 11 days. Or it takes just 11 days after being paid to what it tán pátápátá ni o. Every day wà dé kaṣọ kọ́run wà ló ń lọ bí iṣẹ́. Irú kí nìyẹn? So wàá gbégbèsè ni. Wàá kọ́kọ́ admit pé mo ní problem, nǹkan ń ṣe mí. Omi máa ń sọ fáwọn ìbáraẹni pé it is well. Màá ní ẹ má máa sọ pé it is well. Ẹ máa sọ pé it shall be well. Kò tí well. Say it shall be well. Ìgbàgbọ́ kọ́ ni it is well, it is well. Tẹ́ wá ń mask nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ máa, tẹ́ ń cover nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ cover. Say it shall be well. That is a confirmation pé problem wà o, ṣùgbọ́n a máa rátúnṣe sí. That is what will drive you into going in search of a solution. But it is well yẹn ẹ kàn abandon ẹ̀ síbì kan ni. Ìmíì náà tún dé it is well ẹ tún abandon ẹ̀ náà síbì kan. Gbogbo kìíní máa pile up ńjọ́ kan tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀mí á kàn bọ́ ni. So that is all I have to share for us guys tonight. I hope you've learned one thing or the other from the discussion tonight. Mr. Banks' comment will be the golden comment for tonight, and I will leave that on the screen for as many as would, like to read it again and digest it, and I pray that we would all find comfort. I pray that we will all find peace. And I pray that we will all grow through what we are going through. Grow through what you are going through. That's it. Yes, thank you very much. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ join mi lálẹ́, etí yín ò ní di o. Thank you for the love. Thank you yet for joining us on the show tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here. I think nobody wants to join me in the studio, so Mama lo díẹ̀.
Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀nràn bá orí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀? Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò já àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lọ tẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ a ò mọ̀nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Pásítọ̀ fura, pásítọ̀ ti jẹ́ sí iná. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tí a ládàlẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti di kó tó ńlá yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlà mi tí ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe lọ́lọ́gbà ògiri. Àmọ̀ ṣẹ̀dá tó wọ́n ti fi ọ̀bàjọ́ ẹ̀mọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́.
Thank you very much. Kasun Layo. We'll meet again next week Friday. Mwah. Good night.